Today we're reading my fan-made Poppy Playtime book. One day, a little boy called Joe was watching some TV gameplays of Mario. There was a commercial that came on. It was about a doll called Poppy. Then it was explaining visit the factory. Joe was excited. The commercial ended. Joe asked his dad if he could go. His dad said maybe on the weekend. On the weekend, Joe wanted to go. His wanted to go. He asked his dad again. He said yes. Joe was so excited to go. So they got in the car and went to the factory. It was kind of cramped, but it still looked fun. But suddenly, lights flickered and his dad disappeared. Joe said, "Dad!" Joe got worried. He looked around the factory and he saw something. He saw something called the security room. Security room. When he walked inside, there was a VHS tape. Quickly, he picked it up and put it in the VHS player. It said, "Grab pack. Use it for grabbing things with a stretchy arm." That was a mistake. I should have put stretchy arm, but whatever. When he walked inside, we already did that one. Joe said, "I can use grab pack. It might save my dad." So we walked to a door and there was a blue handprint. Joe said, "I'm kind of worried. I think I should open this door." Then Joe suddenly opened the door and he saw a name of a creepy statue called Huggy. He could see that Huggy's fur was actually moving. Joe was creeped out. He thought he was seeing visions, but he wasn't. Suddenly, the power went out. Joe ran to the power room, and Joe said, "I don't know how to do power because I'm a nerd." Okay, but luckily, his arm helped. When he got back, Huggy disappeared. Joe was super frightened this time. Joe said, Joe sighed. I put said there for some reason. Joe was hoping his dad was here to help. He always does. But Joe said, he always does. But Joe said, "I can do this on my own." So Joe walked up to another power room. He opened the door and he saw his other red hand that goes with the grab pack because he only had his blue hand on the grab pack. Joe said, "I can power up every door or that has a red that has a red handprint." Now Joe starts collecting all the cube batteries, and then he got his red hand. But as he walked up the stairs, he saw something creepy. It was Huggy Wuggy in the vent smiling at him. Joe said, "Oh God, no!" Suddenly, "No! No! Please, no!" Okay. Suddenly, Huggy Wuggy just disappeared in the vents. Joe said, "Now I'm safe." So then, he walked into one last door. It was the vents. Joe said, "Oh no, anything but the vents. I would rather eat a bunch of rotten pizza." I did a Mario reference. Alright, okay, said Joe. "You can do this, Joe. I know you're just 9 years old, but you can do this." How do I connect this battery? Wait a minute. Here we go. "Oh, I actually figured it out," said Joe. Part 2 of Chapter 1. Chased fruit into vents. Suddenly, Joe got back into the factory area. There was a bunch of connecting wires and a toy making machine. There were a bunch of toy parts that the toy machine had to make. Joe said, "I think I should press this button." Joe suddenly pressed it. Joe said, "This is freaking loud. God dang it. Wait, I need this toy to scan the door." The door automatically opened. Joe said, "Ah!" Huggy popped out. Joe raced to the vents. Joe was so frightened, he wished his family was there with him. He wished Huggy wasn't even real. Joe said, "Oh no, not the yucky bunch of rotten pizzas. Ew!" Huggy Wuggy got faster. Huggy said, "Does someone need a hug? Here's my song, Joe." Joe said, "Wait, how do you know my name? You're just creepy." "Your friend Huggy?" Huggy Wuggy will love you, he'll never stop. Your friend Huggy Wuggy will squeeze you until you pop. Joe said, "Squeeze me until I pop. Oh my god, I have to get out of here." Eventually, Joe got out of the vents. There was a real large box at the top. "I'm coming to hug you," Said Huggy. "Oh no," said Joe. Suddenly he pulled the box down and Huggy fell. Huggy Wuggy said, "Ah!" Joe felt sorry. He didn't really mean to pull down the box. It just fell on accident. Then Joe went to the flower room. He never seen it before. He went in it. He saw a doll in a case called Poppy. Joe said, "Oh my god, it's just a fake creepy doll. Please just be a regular doll." Joe opened the case. Poppy suddenly said, "You opened my case." Joe said, "It's alive, it's alive, it's alive." Ah! Joe fell into a deep sleep. I'm tired. Okay. The end of chapter 1. Chapter 2 is going to be I forgot. Well, bye, guys.